After 16 seasons, there are bound to be some inconsistencies. Hey guys, it's Phoebe from MsMojo. Today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 Grey's Anatomy plot holes you never noticed.
Because I make a lot more than you. Yeah, like a whole lot more than you. Like a lot more.
Well, how much?
Meredith!
Give me a number.
We're taking a look at inconsistencies and things that just don't make sense in this hit medical drama. Let's get to it. Number 10, Joe's name change.
So I ran. I had to make sure he would never find me.
Let's start with the mysterious case of Joe Wilson, also known as Joe Karev, also known as Brooke Stadler. We knew pretty quickly that she had a dark past, which is how she and Alex first bonded, but we didn't know just how dark until Alex proposed. After that, she drunkenly shares that she's already married, but ran away when her ex became abusive and changed her name to hide from him.
Hey, Brooke. Oh wait, it's Joe now, right?
The mystery is whether or not she changed it legally. She says she can't testify in court because then her husband could find her, but if it's a legal name change, that shouldn't be a problem. And if it's not, does she have a fake name on her medical license? Because that's also an issue.
It was me. It was all me.
Yeah, it was always you.
Okay, walk away, Dr. Stadler.
She is a liar. She is pathological.
Number 9, Izzy, out of sight, out of mind.
And I want you to go and be happy and not come back.
There was a lot of ugliness surrounding Katherine Heigl's departure from Grey's Anatomy. It started when she shunned the Emmy race in 2008, criticizing how her character was written, and only got worse from there. After reportedly failing to show up for work in 2010, she was abruptly written out of season 6. However, this created a situation that made no sense within the world of the show.
You don't just walk away from people. You don't just throw people away.
I can't, Meredith, okay? I can't be here. Please. Please try to understand.
Izzy was always everyone's friend, and when she was diagnosed with cancer, everyone surrounded her and fought to save her life. Yet after she left Alex, no one ever reached out to her. This might have been reasonable for Alex, but for everyone else to turn their backs on her, it just doesn't make sense.
It's like it never happened.
Yeah, but it did.
Number 8, apparently lions grow new teeth. According to Grey's Anatomy, lions not only regrow their teeth, but they do so instantly. Richard and Jackson are treating an unfortunate patient who got bitten by a lion, and has the fang left in the wound to prove it.
A lion tooth.
All right.
Hey, don't just toss that aside just yet. Bulky, keep that safe, will you?
Problem is that when Meredith, Derek, and Zola saw the lion on their way to work, after the attack, he still had a full set of chompers.
Is that...
That's a lion.
We understand there's not a lot of lions looking for acting work, let alone one that's missing a fang, but could this not have been edited or shot more carefully? Also, how hard was this patient's leg that it took out a tooth?
Okay, then.
Number 7, how Alex dealt with Izzy's debt.
What is all this?
As Stevens left no forwarding address, and as you are officially her next of kin, this is her unpaid balance of her medical bills.
As we mentioned, Izzy's departure from the show was ugly and confusing. The plot gets even thicker when Alex is told to pay her massive medical bills from her cancer treatments. It's a huge issue for Alex, but it's never even resolved in the show.
Unpaid balance? I don't get it. We work here at the hospital.
Yeah, and insurance doesn't take care of everything. I'm sorry, but accounting's been pressuring me since the merger. I can't ignore it any longer.
There's no way he could afford to pay it himself, even with his brief stint working at a private practice. Of course, there are a few fan theories like after the divorce, the debt went back to Izzy, or she simply paid them off with her remaining inheritance from Denny Duquette. As plausible as these theories are, they're just that, theories. We just want closure.
She left me with a $200,000 medical bill, and I can't do anything about it.
Number 6, the way Meredith disappears after Derek dies. After Derek's death, a lot of us needed a little break from reality. But looking back, does Meredith's reaction make sense? Obviously, losing the love of her life is extremely traumatic, but to leave everyone she knows and the family she made without a word...
Derek is dead.
What was that?
Derek is dead.
She disappears for an entire secret pregnancy, and the only reason she's found is because she has complications during labor. This would make sense for the Meredith we met at the beginning of the show, but she's worked hard on her self-made family at the hospital. It doesn't make sense for her to leave it with just a simple note.
I had a baby.
I know.
Number 5, Meredith's age.
My mother, I found out a year ago, my mother was your mother, Ellis Gray.
It might be a bit taboo to ask a woman her age, but in this case, we weren't the ones to bring it up. When a show constantly introduces surprise family members, they're bound to mix up a few details, and in this case, it's Meredith's age. When her sister Maggie is born in 1983, Meredith is 5.
You're 5 years younger than me. If my mother were pregnant, I would have known.
Doing the math, that means she was born in 1978, but the pilot script mentions her birth year as 1975. Since the year 1975 wasn't aired, many have decided that it isn't part of the Grey's Anatomy gospel, but the proof is in the script.
Maggie, we are so impressed. You're our favorite surgeon. We send you our best wishes for all.
It's a gift.
This giant singing sturgeon.
From my parents.
We love you, Maggie.
Number 4, Derek's bad memory.
I can't remember our last kiss. All I could think about was I'm gonna die today and I can't remember her last kiss, which is pathetic.
Derek's nickname may be McDreamy, but in this case, he's just McDreaming. Derek and Meredith haven't been together since Addison's return, but after Mare survives an explosion, Derek decides to visit. As he's leaving, Meredith says she doesn't remember the last time they kissed, and Derek's response is vivid, romantic, and baloney.
It was a Thursday morning. You were wearing that ratty little Dartmouth t-shirt you look so good in.
The last time they kissed was in the rain. Meredith was crying and broke up with him. Who knows, maybe Derek is trying to leave Meredith with a nice memory, since she did just survive something traumatic. But somehow, Meredith seems to remember it too.
Hating you is the most exhausting. I don't want to do it anymore.
Number 3, Maggie Pierce's career timeline.
I have no home. It's like I flew to this planet on an exploratory mission, and the Earth blew up behind me, and I can't go back.
The show makes it clear that Maggie has always been a prodigy of medicine, due in part to her parents being Ellis Gray and Richard Weber. What it doesn't explain is how she managed to do so much at such a young age. Apparently, she started her fellowship at 25 and became head of cardiothoracic surgery at 27. So far, it's somewhat believable unless you consider that she would have finished med school at 19 and her bachelor's degree at the tender age of 15. If that is her actual timeline, then we are really impressed. Stranger things have happened, we guess.
You're a Cylon! This is Galactica!
I really do like her. She makes me not the crazy sister.
What do you think they're paying her?
Number 2, drinking after donating a liver. We're not saying that Meredith is an alcoholic, but she definitely likes to drink. Most of the time she's a social drinker, other times she just wants to numb herself. This isn't a problem until she makes the decision to donate part of her liver to her father.
Am I stupid for doing this?
No.
Really?
You get to save your dad's life tonight.
When donating your liver, it's advised that you avoid too much alcohol after the surgery, but that just isn't Meredith's style. After all, the tequila isn't going to drink itself. It would be fine if she drank just a little here and there, but when she drinks hard.
Cheers.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1, Meredith winning the Harper Avery Award.
Meredith, you've been nominated for a Harper Avery Award.
When Christina was nominated for a Harper Avery, she wasn't allowed to win, even though she had the votes. Since the hospital was co-owned by the Harper Avery Foundation, there was a clear conflict of interest. She still went to the awards, and we had to watch the disappointment when she didn't win.
The Harper Avery Award goes to...
When it all comes down to you.
Dr. Ronald Myers, Johns Hopkins Hospital.
It sucked, but we tried to accept it, until Meredith was nominated. For some reason, the conflict of interest didn't seem to matter anymore and she won the award. We're really happy that Meredith won, don't get us wrong. We're just saying that Christina was robbed.
Without further ado, the Harper Avery for Surgical Innovation goes to Dr. Meredith Gregg.
Honestly, with a show this entertaining, I'm willing to overlook some plot inconsistencies. But what do you guys think? Let us know in the comments or tweet me at Phoebe_WM. And check out this video.